Hey, soldiers and warriors, this is your sister Fire, and I'm back with another episode of Battle Tactics. Okay, this is Battle Tactics, Satan's Devices. Okay, but it was titled Prince of the Air. Okay, but we're still talking about Satan's devices. Okay, so this is episode number 8. And this is part 2. Now, in my part 1 video, I, broke down how Satan is the prince of the air, the prince of the air waves. Okay. And so in this video, we're going to talk about how, Satan uses that as a tactic. Okay. As a battle tactic to snare you and I, if possible. Okay, my brothers and sisters. So, let's start off with how Satan uses his, his ability to be in the airwaves. Okay, and what do we use on a daily basis? Most of us. Most of the world uses on a daily basis Wi-Fi and internet. And these are one of Satan's devices, my brothers and sisters. Now, let's break down real quick the definition of the internet and the Wi-Fi so we can just have an understanding. Now, internet is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. Okay, that's what the internet is. And then Wi-Fi is a facility allowing computers, smartphones, etc. to connect to the internet. Okay. Now, this means that Satan is almost everywhere, my brothers and sisters. Almost everywhere we go, what it say? Wi-Fi. We have the ability for you to connect to the Wi-Fi. A lot of businesses even use that as a perk for you to come and patronize with their business. Okay? So Satan is all in the Wi-Fi and the internet, my brothers and sisters. Yes, he is the prince of the air. Now, how, what does this mean to us that he is able to be almost anywhere? Because he's not omnipresent like God. It can be everywhere at the same time. I'm not going to give him all of that, to this little horn. But, realistically and truthfully, the world that we live in today, Wi-Fi and internet is almost everywhere. And that's how he made it to be. Okay, my brothers and sisters. So how does this affect us negatively? How is this a device of Satan and a snare to us? Well, Wi-Fi itself has RF radiation, which is very harmful, my brothers and sisters. Now, they like to tell us that, the radiation does not emit, in our routers at home, when you have your internet at home, they tell us that there's non-ionizing radiation in those routers. But who really knows if that's the truth, my brothers and sisters? So if we are, connected to this Wi-Fi and it has harmful radiation, what do you think that it is doing to us? Okay? That's if, in fact, we are in harm's way with these routers and things of that sort in our homes, or even in businesses that we go to and we use their Wi-Fi. I don't know if that's the truth or not, my brothers and sisters, but I would not bank on it being the truth for two reasons. For one, I know a lot of lies that have been told by the upper echelon, per se. Okay? And two, remember when 5G came about not too long ago? 5G. There were people speaking up, okay, and saying just how harmful 5G is. And I even researched it myself to, get an understanding of myself, okay? And that type of radiation can harm someone and or take them out. Okay, my brothers and sisters. In 2020, there was this virus that came about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. People are still, you'll hear about the outbreaks here and there still to this day. Okay? And it was said that people were not getting sick from, this virus that they were saying. There were some who were stepping up and speaking out saying that it was from the 5G radiation that was being placed on us. And we didn't even have a choice. I remember I didn't want it in my neighborhood where I was living at the time, and I didn't even have a choice. They put it there. So one of the tactics and snares that the enemy uses with this Wi-Fi is radiation. Something that can harm you. If enough of it, it can take you out, my brothers and sisters. You can go and research this yourself. If if you're not saying you don't believe me, but if you don't believe me, that's okay too. Go and research it yourself. That's one thing. So basically, Satan is weaponizing Wi-Fi. When we're thinking, oh, this is cool, I can, get on Wi-Fi here, get on Wi-Fi there, a lot of us are not even realizing, and I'm not saying all, because I know there's a lot of people who are up on game and know about this just like I do. But then there are a lot of people who are not. And that's okay. That's why I'm here making this video. But that Wi-Fi is being weaponized against us, my brothers and sisters. So another one, okay? Another way that, the Wi-Fi and the internet is being weaponized against us and used against us is that it stores information. Once you put something up on the web, you can delete it, but it will never be deleted. Therefore, the upper echelon, the upper elite, can always go back and pull up your videos or your photos to do who knows what. And a lot of times, they pull these things up to use it against you. I know a lot of you have seen at least one time where, and they do it to celebrities a lot, where, a celebrity may have not even been a celebrity yet. And they were saying all these horrible things, thought it was gone from the internet. Now they became a celebrity, and boom, all of a sudden, all that old stuff came up. And they don't know where it came from because they deleted it. Yes, it's all stored. It don't matter if you delete it or not. They can pick it right on back up. Okay? So that's another way how Wi-Fi and internet is used as a battle tactic, a snare to us, my brothers and sisters. Lasciviousness. I know that I've seen with my own two eyes on the internet some stuff that no one probably should see. That was very accessible. Okay? Very accessible. And I mean, it was someone getting straight up what I'm doing. That's what they was getting. I seen this with my own two eyes. And we all know as people of God that we have to guard our eye gates and our ear gates, my brothers and sisters. So you may just be on there doing something harmless, and the next thing you know, some lasciviousness pops up. And now, boom, you done been exposed to some demonic stuff. You done been exposed to some spirits. Okay? So that's another one. And going right hand in hand. Oh, and before I say that, when you get exposed to stuff like this and your mind is not ready for that, that can cause torment for you, because your mind was not ready for that. And so that can torment you, which is another demon, which is another spirit, my brothers and sisters. So using this Wi-Fi and internet, all types of spirits. And that's what Satan meant it for, to get easy access, to be able to contaminate and send unclean spirits left and right and up and down, my brothers and sisters. And then the last thing I want to talk about, how the internet is weaponized, used as a snare against us by the Prince of the Air and his team, is PORN. Once again, there's lewd and lascivious acts going on when you are watching that type of stuff. That is something that the Most High, I'm not judging anyone, but I'm just going by the word of God. And so that is something that the Most High definitely does not want us doing. And when you watch that type of stuff, I'm not going to get too deep into this because I might get into this in another video. But when you watch that type of stuff, you are allowing so many different spirits in, my brothers and sisters. You, like I said, and you may be watching something that is considered normal. But then the next thing you know, you see some other stuff pop up and some other stuff pop up that is just out there. And that is when these spirits come in, my brothers and sisters. You got to know this. That is when these spirits come in, and then you find yourself obsessing over something you saw, and then before you know it, you want to act on what you saw. Something that is not even you, something that you have never been into, something that is lewd and lascivious. But it's because the Prince of the Air, let me rewind that. It's because, this is the better way I think I want to say it. We were tampering with Satan's devices, okay? And ran across some mess, some spirits that we didn't want. And now you don't know how to get rid of it. So see, this is why the Lord tells us to not be ignorant of Satan's devices, my brothers and sisters. And you can guarantee the Prince of the Air is all up in them airwaves when it comes to Wi-Fi, the internet, and then all the electronics that I spoke about in part 1. Yeah. So, I'll make sure I went over everything. Okay, yeah, I did. So yes, my brothers and sisters, Wi-Fi and the internet is used as a weapon, a snare of the enemy towards us. And I'm not saying that, you know, getting on the internet is bad all the time, because there's things that we can do on the internet, you know, that are not bad, that is, you know, helps us with work or research or something like that. But that does not negate the fact that the internet can and Wi-Fi can be used as a snare. And it is Satan's device. So I'm not taking away that, you know, good things can be done on there. But like I said, it's still also used as Satan's device. So we have to beware of what we're watching and what we're listening to when we are using the internet, when we are on that Wi-Fi. And like I said, I cannot prove it, at least not yet. But Wi-Fi has radiation that can be proven. However, what I'm saying is, we don't know how much radiation that they're really, you know, using with that Wi-Fi and them routers. But in this wicked world that we live in, and I'm going to just leave it like that. So with that being said, my brothers and sisters, I hope that this video has blessed you. If it's blessed you, go ahead and hit that like button so it can go on the algorithm and bless someone else. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Y'all stay tuned for more battle tactics. This is your sister Fire. Until next time.